Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Fletcher Nelson. I'm a 3rd grade teacher in Minnesota going into my 11th year of teaching, and we're going to do a little plan with me video today. I have already posted planning with me for the first day of school, so if you watched that, you saw kind of what I have planned for the first day. That has not happened yet. The first day's in 2 days. So I'm going to get the rest of the first week planned out today. So we have 4 days of school this week. We have off because Monday's Labor Day, so then the first day's Tuesday, and we'll go Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So let's get the rest of the week planned out. I'll link the first year video in the description, or the first day video in the descriptions, because if you didn't see that, want to see what we're going to do the first day. But there's no need to repeat it when you could have watched that one already. So let's go with the rest of the week. The only refresher I'll give you is for this first week, I'm trying to do a mix of getting students into our routines and procedures. I want them to be excited to be back to school and have some fun. I want them to get to know me and their classmates. And there's also some, just things you need to do to get your classroom set up and your students ready for success, like organizational wise. And we will dive into some content as well, especially with our math curriculum. We'll start that right away because the first few lessons are kind of just introductory and getting them used to how the format of our math block will be each day. So it's kind of a mix of that. So some of it's just first week stuff, some of it'll be getting into content. So let's get going. Looking at my plans from last year, the second day looks like it was pretty much the similar format as my first day. STEM challenge, read alouds, class building activity, math lesson, and then it looks like we did an art project. So I'm going to just kind of look through these things and we get it planned out. So I'm going to do a little type, look through my drive, and I'll update you with what I find here shortly. Alright, I got some stuff printed, so let's walk through what I'm planning to do. It'll probably be too much, but I'd rather have too much than not enough, so here we go. So Wednesday, the second day of school, we will do morning meeting like I showed in that first video. Those are just my morning meeting slides, so we'll go through that process again, just kind of really nailing down that procedure. And then in the morning, I want to do another STEM challenge. This one, I want to do catapults, where they'll make a catapult out of like a spoon, popsicle sticks, and rubber bands. And they will work with a partner for that one. I also want to get our reading notebooks set up. So this will be our lessons tab that they will glue into their notebook. And the first lesson I will teach is theme. And we'll talk about theme all week with every other read aloud that we read then. Just because our reading curriculum has an interactive read aloud for, I think there'd be almost enough for every day of school. Obviously, not every week I don't get through all of them, but theme is one that we can talk about with every single book, so I think that's a good way to start the year, just of what we think the authors or the theme of the book is. So that is something I want to do on Tuesday, and hopefully with the book, or not Tuesday, Wednesday, with the book The Can Man. If I do not get to Enemy Pie on the first day, which I might not, then I would do Enemy Pie first, and then I could do The Can Man on Thursday. So that's kind of our reading stuff. I also want to do, have them create a to be read list. That could be with books in our library or books at the school library, but that way they're just not wandering around when we do our read to self time saying that they need to find a book. This is a good way for them to get an idea of what they want to read and have this to reference, and then they just use it as a bookmark and stick it inside whatever book they're currently reading. So I want to do that again either Wednesday or Thursday whenever we have time for it. This one I want to do on Wednesday, interview a classmate. So I just put them with a partner, they interview each other, and then they will introduce their classmate to the rest of the class. Again, I like this because they're having to ask and document and write things about another person in our class, and then they also have to talk in front of the class, and I know that can be intimidating, but the earlier we do it, the more comfortable they are the rest of the year. So I feel like this is a pretty painless way to get them doing it because everybody is going to be introducing their partner, and I usually will have some sort of like a microphone or something that they're excited to use. So that is hopefully Wednesday. This is all pretty much hopefully Wednesday. And then on Wednesday night, I'm going to send this home. This is just the paper bag game, so I will give them each a brown lunch bag. They need to bring back 3 items that represent them or like their interests. And then on Thursday and Friday, whenever we have time, I'll open a few bags, show the interests that are kind of like clues, and we're going to guess who the bag belongs to. I made, actually everything here I've made, except for obviously the Can Man. I did not write that book, but this is all stuff I've made, so I can link it below. This is another thing that I made as well. So I think this will probably take up Thursday and Friday. So this is a back to school packet, and I have teacher slides that go with it as well. So after a morning meeting, there will just be a back to school word search. From there, we have a reading passage just about going back in time and about how schools and like the history of schools. We have a writing, which they're going to write a story about a character's first day of school. So it's, they can be creative, and I can just see their what their writing skills are like at the beginning of the year. This is a little bit all about me math. And then the back to school STEM challenge is going to be them designing their own pencil box. And then I have an art project that is going to be about like their qualities and the hobbies that describe them, and that will go out into the hallway. So this is just a lot to get done in one day, especially with the art project. That's why I think I'll start it on Thursday along with some of this other stuff and finish it on Friday. And then I also will do a letter to your future self writing one of the days whenever I have time. They just write about what some of their favorite things are, how they're feeling about 3rd grade, what they're nervous about, what they're excited about. And I save those until the last week of school and then give those back to them. So I will add that in somewhere as well. So between that, reviewing routines, procedures, expectations throughout the day, we obviously will go outside and enjoy the weather too, and just this is their first year on our playground, so they're always excited about that. I love being able to watch my class play together too, because it just shows me kind of who knows who, how they interact. So I really do I think you can learn a lot about your class by going outside with them, so we'll get outside. Our math curriculum stuff I obviously didn't show you because that's in our math books and in my teacher manual. So that stuff I'll get prepped out during prep each day, or not right now. I'm just don't have the motivation to go that far and get that much ready, because a lot of the back to school stuff I don't need to really get many materials ready for that. So yeah, that should be our first week. I think it's a good mix of stuff, and hopefully my students enjoy it as well. I do plan on doing like a plan with me video at the start of each week, and then following up at the end of the week with a weekly vlog, just checking in each day about how things went, what I got through, if there's anything I would have done differently, that type of stuff. Me coaching volleyball in the fall, there's some days when I have to leave very early for our away games, or I'm just booking it right out of school, so I might forget sometimes, or I might combine a couple days and be I forgot yesterday, let's talk about yesterday and today. But I think that'd be a good way. You can kind of see what I'm thinking at the beginning of the week as far as planning, and then see what I actually get to. I do also plan on reviewing and going over not all of the secret stories the first week, but starting to do that from day 1. Again, they did have these in 2nd grade for sure, so they should have heard them all, but it'll be a good refresher, and we will practice finding them in our vocab words, in our reading passages, in our fact of the day, in our morning meeting, and all that good stuff. So that is also another thing we will do in the morning. And our calendar. This is part of our math curriculum, so that is another thing we will do each day. This probably takes about, depending on the day, I'd say 10 to 15 minutes. So that is another part of our day that I didn't necessarily have to print and prep because it's in my teacher manuals. If you have any questions, please let me know. But otherwise, anything that I used that is possible for me to link, I will put in the description. Hopefully it's a good week, and I guess we'll find out when you see me probably next Sunday. I probably will try to post throughout the year, I feel like the vlog, like the weekly vlog, will go Sunday of the week after, and then the plan with me might have to be, I don't know, we'll figure it out. We'll see what happens. Right now, it's still summer for me, but just know I'm planning on doing both of those videos each week, so we'll see you then, all right? Thanks for being here. Talk to you later. Bye.